I feel a bit weird doing this because I normally don't show off a lot of my art pieces. But I'm kind of proud of this one because it turned out pretty nice. And I'm also a huge fan of Star Wars, and so a Star Wars fan model that turns out pretty nice that I made is cause for celebration, in my opinion. So here it is. This is an art piece I did a while back. It is a Lambda class shuttle from Star Wars: Return of the Jedi. Now, if you have seen any of the movies, this is one of the ships that appears in the opening of the movie that ferries Darth Vader to the second Death Star, and then he begins his conversation with that with that admittedly scared Imperial general. So roughly speaking, yeah, this is basically an Imperial transport ship, ferries important people to and from various locales. So yeah, basically the main geometry of this model was done in the Blender 3D modeling software, and I put a bunch of greebly bits, color, and textures on via Adobe Substance Painter. Now, the neat thing about this Lambda Shuttle model is that it's pretty low poly. If we look at the model inspector over here, or let me see if I can scroll down to where the model information is. Yeah, here we go. Basically, it has 2.3K triangles, which is not a lot, comparatively speaking, at least compared to some models I see on Sketchfab. Now, but it still looks pretty detailed, and the reason for this is I use a technique that pretty much any 3D artist knows about. It's called normal mapping, and roughly speaking, it lets you add height and detail to surfaces without actually using geometry and vertices to make that happen. And in that case, it's the greebly bits. And I'll show you what I mean by this. Because if we go down to matcap here, we can see a chrome rendition of the shuttle geometry. This is just pure geometry right here. There's you can see that there's the detail is mostly gone. Like the wings are flat, tail is flat. Like there's nothing underneath or on the neck. It's really just polygons. It's really just the base polygons. So when we do matcap plus surface, we can see that the greebly bits return. You can see a little bit of detail. You see a little bit more detail around the cockpit. You can see the tail greeblies return, the wing greeblies, underside greeblies as well. Now, I will admit that I had to do a little bit of artistic liberty with the underside greeblies, because there isn't a lot of really good images of the underside of the shuttle. So I kind of just had to wing it a little bit. And, yeah, some of it came out a little rough as well. It's like you can see a little bit of aliasing and fuck-uppery on the underside, but in the final render, it does not look that bad. So I'll just chalk that up to beginner's mistakes, because I'm not really that experienced a 3D modeler. So, but anyways, this was my model of the Lambda Shuttle. If you want, I will provide the Sketchfab link in the description. And should you want to download it or play around with it in the viewer, it's actually pretty neat. It's just like seeing the shuttle spin around. Alright, so in the meantime, I'll be working on the Pokemon stuff. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.